Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 4 rounds in the super welterweight division. Brought to you by Frank Warren for Queensberry, along with their great sponsors. Riyadh Season, 32 Red, That Prize Guy, Unibet, and Global Next Trade. When the bell rings, our referee in charge and scoring this contest will be Kevin McIntyre. Introducing to you first, fighting tonight out of the red corner, he comes to the ring wearing white trunks and weighed in officially at an even 150 pounds. Coming to us from Buenos Aires, Argentina, he is a veteran of 25 professional bouts. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ezequiel Gregores. And his opponent across the ring, fighting tonight out of the blue corner. He comes to the ring wearing green, gold, and purple, and weighed in officially at 148.8 pounds. Undefeated, he has 3 wins. One of his 3 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, from right here, Glasgow, Scotland, here is Drew White Sugar Limond.
Right, lads, you both know the rules. I want a clean contest. Obey my commands at all time. Defend yourselves at all time. Touch gloves, let's go to town.
Well, here we go. The action continues at the Hydro Arena here in Glasgow. Drew Limond in the green, gold and purple shorts. And Gregores in the white.
Yeah, 19 years of age. He's only, you can see he's got a baby face. He's only a young lad, but to be on the stage at this age, but he's got the genetics. He's coming from his father's a great fighter.
Drew, the son of the great late Willie Limond, who was a great Scottish fighter. Fighting is in the blood, it's in the family, it is the family business. And good work off that jab there from Limond.
I like how he's slipping off the angle to bring the shots up as well. He's trying to feint. Good jab. He's not rushing anything at this moment in time, which is good.
I caught up with Limond this fight week and he was absolutely buzzing. The excitement to get in there, to get in there and do a job, he was bubbling with it. Nice 1-2 there from Limond. Good, solid shots there and drives that right hand into the body, follows it up with the left one.
Yeah, it's a lovely right to the body. He's gone for it again. No working in between there. The lads aren't really working inside. But at least he's not wasting energy either by trying to wrestle.
Gregores always looks utterly relaxed and then he's
just springing in with a shot.
He catches opponents out of the blue, and as I said in the ring walk, John Isaacs found out that shot come out of nowhere, and Isaacs found himself in the canvas thinking, how did I get down here? But he did come back to get the win.
Big wild shot by Gregores there, which could be dangerous. Luckily, well, not luckily, Limond moved out of the way, which is good. Good jab. There's just not a lot of work in between. That's better. Good stabbing down there. That preoccupation, lovely again. When he preoccupies him like that, it's much better.
Can you see any openings with Gregores? Is there parts that you would be aiming at if you were on the other side of the ropes this evening?
The only thing I can see is if you were squeezing down towards the ropes, stab the jab to the body and come over the top of the right hand. from his hook. That's the thing you do. You got to go up and down, up and down, up and down.
But this one is scheduled for 4 rounds, so 3 to go. Still plenty of time for him to get that good work in, get that solid work in. But from what you were saying, Nathan, he's just about doing a little bit more in between those pockets of success. Like he throws those shots to the body well, he throws that jab well, that 1-2 solid when it comes through. But for you, is there too big a gaps in between those, bits of work?
Yeah, there's a lot of inactivity in between. That's the only bit that because these guys, particularly these kind of opponents, they know exactly how to not get hit. So if you're not hitting as well, it's just make that don't function. You got to make them
it's
work.
It's art, isn't it?
Yeah, you got to make them work. If they're gonna survive, you got to make it so they work to survive, because they will survive all night if you don't.
Well, straight out on the front foot in that orthodox stance, Drew Limond. Good feint there, followed up with that sharp jab of his, and then winds that right uppercut, which lands straight in the middle of the gloves.
Lovely Ratu.
Good work there from Limond. And going back to your point about surviving, Gregores straight getting hold of Limond because he'd been caught with a couple of shots, and he'll be a master. He'll be a master at that kind of stuff.
But you have to remember, Limond is only 19. That's a well, I'm 36. I'm old, but he's a baby, and there's a lot of experience you get. Well, I think when I was 19, I was getting hammered by senior amateur boxers. So he's in here on the big stage at 19.
Yeah, it's got to be tough to kind of keep everything in control, hasn't it, and give a mature performance, which he's doing so far.
He's doing very well, yeah. Very well by Gregores there, but Limond didn't get caught, which is good.
So you've got to love some of these away corner fighters. Gregores tried his luck with that one for a wild right hook, and then knew he missed and just kind of smiled at his corner.
Bit more pressure there. Nice right hook he threw. Didn't really land, but it was enough to cause at least the opponent to think. Good jab, good right hook to the body. Again, that's it. He's breaking down a little bit more now. That's good. Like I say, when you just turn the screw a little bit, open up a little bit more, that's what puts the pressure on the fight in the first place.
Nice straight right hand from Limond. Really digs his toes into the canvas when he throws some of them, and they're spiteful and unforgiving.
That's a nice. There was a nice feint that he caused the opponent to flinch, but that's when he knows he's got him. When he's flinching, he can work with that.
He feints really well, does Limond. He kind of feints like he's just going to throw something off of an angle, and Gregores falls for it a few times, or has fallen for it a few times.
A very awkward opponent, though. Like I say, one of them opponents that you need the experience to know how to break them down. But Limond's doing well. He is doing well. Again, going back to his age, he is only very young, 19. He's working good here, good work. But again, he's getting tied up here. But that's the experience.
Shout was ready, he was up and out, of his seat and raring to go.
Lovely. Nice passing to body there. Work that again. Lovely. See, jab up and jab down. He's coming with the right hook there. The opponent shook his head, which makes you think that it probably hits him a little bit more than...
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, when a fighter pretends it didn't hurt him, it probably did.
Yeah.
You know better than I do.
Lovely right hook. He's working better now, but he's definitely upped it a little bit.
Nice right uppercut there from Limond.
Yeah, good variation. He's bringing the right uppercut and bringing the right lovely left hook to the body. The variation is much better this round. Much better round. Lovely.
Oh, solid right hand there from Gregori's got through, and he is swinging wildly.
But the advantage of that is Gregorius is then working himself and getting tired by throwing the shot. So the more that Limond can do that and bring him out, the more he's going to fatigue him and hopefully catch him with a shot. But a good right split there from Gregorius. It's all good. Lovely.
Oh, lovely lead hook there from Limond.
Much better now. This is a much better round, much more control. He's really putting the pressure on him. This is hard for Gregorius, you can see it.
It is, and he still remains smiling, which may be a bit of a defence mechanism, a mental one.
But like I said, but the beneficial thing is he is actually working himself now, which is good because he's getting tired. If he's just standing back throwing nothing, just covering up, that's sort of... The only thing Limond can do is punch his arms, which is probably a good thing to do, is to punch the arms, but still.
Oh, beautiful right uppercut. Just slipped the jab of Gregorius and then just threw that right uppercut from the outside. That was textbook stuff.
Good backhand from Gregorius. But this is a perfect fight for him because... oh, good left hand as well. Because it's not all Limond's way. So this is a good learning fight. When we go back to the experience as well, this is like you said, the apprenticeship. This is where he's gaining this experience now. But he's still boxing well. Just need to get the control back again.
Yeah, he's done plenty well, that's for sure.
Jab up, jab down, right hook to the head.
For me, Gregorius is trying to make this. He's just trying to take any flow out of Limond. And it's almost like he's trying to make it a bit of a boring fight. Well, let's have a look at what's coming up from 7 p.m. live on DAZN. Alois Jr. versus David Jameson kicks the main broadcast off. 24 wins between them, 18 knockouts. Our live float this evening is Rhys Lynch. He made history becoming the first senior amateur to win a medal for Scotland at the World Championships. He makes his pro debut tonight. Moses Atauma against Mike Balogun. That's going to be an interesting one to watch. Dynamite in both hands as Moses Atauma. Then one that me and Nathan Heaney are extremely excited about. Nathaniel Collins versus Lee McGregor. And then, of course, it's the big one. Josh Taylor up at welterweight against the engine Echo Esserman. Do not go anywhere.
I just want to see Limond go through the gears now. Last round, let's go, son. Lovely.
Gregorius for a bit of a sloppy right hand, and then Limond punishment with a left hook to the body there. A big fan of the way that Limond throws those uppercuts from those angles. This is good work, educated pressure. I'm just starting to get the feeling that Gregorius might be Well, might have a bit of a smile on his face when he hears that final bell, assuming he does hear that final bell. But some of those shots, Nathan, they're wild, aren't they?
Yeah, what, from Gregores?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. He just... it's hard to read an opponent that doesn't really know what he's going to do himself.
That is such a good line. I've never heard anything like that. That's a great line.
But that's how you read fighters. You read them because they usually have certain tells that they're doing. They have certain patterns. But some fighters, there is no pattern, no rhyme, no reason to whatever they're doing. So they're very hard to read because, like I say, they don't know what they're doing themselves. But yeah, he's tough lad, tough lad. Ooh, good left hook. Limon's got to work a little bit more now.
Oh, he got caught with a right hand, one of those wild ones from Gregores.
Yeah, so far, Gregores is winning this round. Good jab, good backhand. That's what he needs to get straight back on the jab. Good try with the right, slip right uppercuts.
Gregores looked at his corner a moment ago, took some information in, nodded with a smile. We're going to the last 40 seconds of this fourth and final round. Lead hook got through there. Gregores, he's up for it.
Let go, let go. I like it. I like it for both of them though. Both beating the chest.
I don't think they can understand a word which each other's saying, but
yeah, but we know the fight game, mate. We know what we want to scrap. Go on, Limond, let go.
A good end to this fight from both of them.
Good slip. Yeah, good performance.
That was good. Had a bit of everything that did. We'll see how the referee has scored this one in just a moment. But a performance I believe Drew Limond and his team will be able to look back on. Certainly do plenty of learning from it. But he does lots well. Shots are solid. I don't know how well they come through on your TVs or however you're watching, but when he throws, they do go with a fudge from just a couple of feet away. Well, Thomas Triver is posed and ready, so let's hear from him now.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of boxing, our referee in charge, Kevin McIntyre, scores the contest 40-36 for your winner and still undefeated, Drew White Sugar Limond.
Well, very well done to Drew Limond, but hats off to Gregores of Argentina. He's a fantastic away corner fighter.